Hello my friend, Sean Vigue with SeanVigueFitness.com. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. It's called the Gymnast workout, and I have one of my favorite clients and a good friend with me, Beth, who's going to demonstrate 5 of the moves for gymnasts. These are more yoga based. And Beth, you used to teach gymnastics, right?
I was a gymnast and I taught gymnastics for quite a few years. So these are 5 poses that we selected to really get you through starting yoga. There isn't anything that isn't fantastic as a gymnast for you to practice in terms of yoga, but we picked these 5 to get you started, and we think they'll really engage your muscles in terms of flexibility and strength in just a different way than you would what you would regularly do for gymnastics for practice.
So we're going to go through 5 and recommend holding the poses between 30 and 60 seconds if you can. We'll show you some original poses, then we'll do modifications and add-ons to them to make them more challenging. There's a lot of gymnasts out there who want to really take it up, the next level. I used to do gymnastics back in junior high. That's my experience. I could do cartwheels with front handsprings. Yeah, okay. So stay tuned. Always use control, modify as needed. We'll be right back with 5 poses for gymnasts. All right, number 1. This is called the standing splits. So Beth's going to demonstrate that. Very challenging pose. We'll show you the first version. Right here, you're going to lift your left leg up as high as you can. Beth is very flexible, so she can get it about parallel with the floor here. Parallel, is that the right word? No, perpendicular. You bring the hands down, the fingers are loose, you relax the neck. There's a little give in the standing knee right there in your right knee. And that's standing split. So we're working the glutes, we're working the core, we're working balance and focus. So great. And then if you want to go a little further, you can take one hand to the calf and draw your knee towards your face and your face towards your knees, so you get an extra stretch in your back. And if you want even more, this is crazy. You can take both the hands to your ankle and work on it as a balance pose. There she is, beautiful. Beth subs my classes when I'm out of town a lot, so she knows what she's doing. And that's the standing split. So you got 3 different variations. If you need to modify it more, just bend that standing knee, or just don't do it. All right, we'll just do one side of these exercises for you, but make sure you do both for balance. Walk around funny all day, or keep that body nice and even. Very important as you go through life. Okay, number 2 is called the straddle mudra. We do this a lot in my classes, not just my yoga classes, but my Pilates classes. Take a nice wide stance, and you want to lace the fingers together behind your back. If you're more flexible, you can bring your palms together as well, stretching your forearms, your shoulders, opening your chest. Now, a little softness in the knees. And you tuck the chin and dive down with the top of the head. And with each exhale, you want to open up those arms, bring the arms back a little bit more. What this does, it opens up your entire upper body. It stretches your shoulders, especially for gymnasts. They get very tight in the upper body from all the work that you do. So it's a great chance to come through and open up the breath, the chest, the shoulders, the forearms, the arms, and of course, you're stretching the back, your spine, and all the way down the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, and your calves, your Achilles, and right behind the knee. And that travels all the way up your body into your shoulders. If you need to modify it more, just bend your knees a little bit more. And if you can't lace your fingers together, just cross your arms on your lower back instead of going all the way back. But it's a process. You want to breathe into that stretch. Each exhale, bring it back a little more. In yoga, we never force the pose. We never push it. We just let the breath take us into it. And that is the straddle mudra. You just come right back up, feeling maybe a little woozy, but feeling a little taller, a little looser, and then just shake it out. Feel okay? Good. Straddle mudra. All right, number 3, dancer pose. Classic yoga pose. In fact, this one is used a lot of times when people want to sell yoga books, magazines, yoga DVDs. Very pretty pose, very challenging. Also works and stretches your quads, which get very, very tight. So let's begin. Take your, you want to do your left leg back? You do. I have a very dramatic walk right there. That's your right leg. Oh, I see. We had a whole discussion about this. So she's got to bring her right leg up. Little softness in her standing knee. And she's very flexible. So she's grabbing the top of her foot. You can also grab your ankle in this. You want to keep your knees in close and then extend the toes up towards the ceiling. What that does is opens up your chest, and the front arm, your left arm, is extended parallel to the ground for balance, and you're extending through. You get the nice little thing, your fingers, so dramatic. And you find your focus on something on the wall, something in the room. Now do you want to try that one add-on that we did?
Sure.
Beth is this really cool add-on in my classes. Like, I'll be teaching dancer, and everyone's doing it, or people are wobbling, and you're holding yours, and it just does, well, show them. It's, what do you call this one?
I don't know, I just loop my hand in the back.
The loop.
So my toes hook in my elbow, and it allows my right arm to come up so I can pull and
So
stretch.
it's like a little leverage there. So you get up a little higher, and you get to, as you're stretching your left shoulder, you get to open up the chest. Any chance we get to open our chest more is so great for our breath and our posture. So we'll call it the looping dancer.
Looping dancer. It's a bit of a progression, so that eventually you can get both arms up and over your head.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, that, doing the, and I've seen her do it before, but it's just.
Really practice for a while.
So we're going to wait here for an hour while she practices. Look at that. There it is. You saw it right here. Well done. Good job. All right, now we got 2 down on the mat here. 2 left, so it's very sad when we're halfway through. This is wheel pose with the forearm option. So let's start in bridge pose. So bring it down on the mat. We're going to have class in here actually after we finish this video. My final class in Florida. I'm teaching in Florida. I'm moving to Colorado next week, so just so you know that. All right, so feet hip width apart, arms to the sides. With the bridge, you're just going to lift up. This is classic shoulder bridge. Name that because all the weight shifts into the shoulders. Shoulders are relaxed. Now, you can stay here, great for your back, working your legs, balance, or you can go to wheel pose, which is also called, what do I call this one? Like advanced bridge. Very fancy name there, advanced bridge. So hands on the shoulders, and we lift up. I'm sure you've seen this one before. When I was in grade school, like the girls on the playground just do this all the time. They walk around because they're all doing gymnastics. Massive stretch for your abdominals, your chest, the fronts of your legs, working your back, working your shoulders and arms. That by itself is very advanced. A little add-on, you can extend the legs out. You can walk them out here, definitely a little more. Lots of breath, breathing in the nose, out the nose. And then here's the add-on that Beth does, it's really cool, is bringing the forearms down. I call this a scorpion wheel, forearm wheel. So our forearms come down. What do you feel differently in that?
More stretch in my shoulders. And definitely more pressure in your lower back.
So you're working the shoulders and lower back a lot more. With, bending the arms like that. Right in the shoulders, right in the arms. Definitely, more advanced. Can you extend your leg on that one? Can we try that one? There. So you can extend the leg. Look at that. It's just fun about that. To do that. Okay, I'll do that. Sure. Why not? I'll lift my leg up to the ceiling. And there you go. Hold it 30 to 60 seconds. Breathe into it. Listen to your body. And then coming out of it, just gently lower down. If there's someone around you and you need assistance, bring it down. And the coolest stretch after this is just bring the knees into the chest and rock side to side. You got to do class after this now.
I'm ready.
She's ready. She's only doing one side of her body, so she's, it's going to be interesting. All right. We got one more, don't we?
We do.
All right. Here's number 5. We're going to start with Vinyasa flow. Vinyasa flow, if you watch my videos or do power yoga, it's the basis of power yoga. We'll do a flow of that so you can get an idea of what that looks like. And then there's this really cool add-on we're going to do to make it a little more high flying. So we have downward facing dog. We're going to inhale forward into plank position, hands on the shoulders, pressing the heels back. And then press the weight a little further forward, and we lower down. Nice and look. Drop your knees if you need to. You want to flow from one pose to the next, and then all the way down tops of the other mat, and open up into upward facing dog. Isn't that lovely? Yes. And then back to down dog. So smushing the heels down. Now that's Vinyasa flow. You can practice that all day, work it into your workouts. Now here, this is a Beth original. What is it? Okay, so it would have been cool if you said, it's Beth original. By the way, her full name is Beth. It's like Cher. That's all her name is. So, well, why don't you talk us through this? I've only tried this a couple of times. It's a handstand option.
Right, so from down dog, we're going to kick up into handstand. And as we lower, we're going to bend our arms first, and then split legs and have one come down and then the other into chaturanga, which is hovering like this. So we'll give it a try.
All right, we're going to give it a try. Everyone quiet. Everyone quiet. Try to talk you through it. Because it's in downward facing dog. Okay, jump up. Go for the handstand. Why are you doing that? Third time. There she goes. Sit down. Look at that.
Don't hurt your chin.
Don't hurt your chin. So that's good. Because you got to get all that, you know, those legs up there. So
the challenge, like any handstand, is not to kick too far so that you keep control. And you can practice this just from picking up a regular handstand too to get used to it.
So she puts her foot a little further forward, then kicks up. There you go. And down. Very good. Right at that hover. That's so much core strength happening, so much shoulder and arm strength happening, total body strength. Up dog and then back down. Now you want to do it one more time? Sure. So this is like a fun option on top. You know, if you're really advanced, flexible, and strong. There it is. Go for it. Look at that. You can also try it with shoes if you're afraid of, you know, stubbing your toes. Do you ever stub your toes doing that?
I don't stub my toes, but if you have any ankle issues, I definitely recommend trying with shoes first. It'll just give you a little bit more support as you learn to land with one foot and then the other.
That's good. Very good. Well, that was 5, right?
That was 5.
That was 5. If you count all the add-ons and the modifications, probably 10. So that's a good video. So, as always, practice these. Oh, we're coming in for class. Hi, Sandy. As always, practice these. Check out my webpage, StyeHaul.com. Sign up for the free e-newsletter. And we'll put some information up there about how you can train with me every day. And thank you for joining me today, Beth. As I said, this is my final class here in Central Florida before I move out west. So this is really cool that we got to do this. So, high five. All right, we're going to do some Pilates now. Pilates. Okay, thanks for joining us. Stay in touch. God bless. We'll see you next time.